This U.S. Open update is brought to you by Mountain Land Supply, Zions Bank, Black Desert Resort, Hoops Vision, and Siegfried and Jensen. And now, Real Golf Radio's Bob Casper.
Hans Olsen, Scott Gerard, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. It's time to talk a little golf. It is the U.S. Open coming up this week. And joining us now, one of our favorites. Does he know about the Revenge Tour?
He does not.
Bob, your good name has been maybe a bit disparaged over the last week or so. I don't know if you've heard, but this is the summer of the Bob Casper Revenge Tour, where.
Okay.
So we realized that we have given you a lot of victories over the last several years, and so there will be a golf rematch where Hans, myself, and Lloyd will do a best ball against you and try to be a little bit more competitive in that regard because you kicked our butts. And then we're doing Rib Off 2.0.
Okay.
It's going to be the Bob Casper Redemption Tour. And when Scotty, Lloyd, and I put our best into a best ball against you and got whooped, we've been stewing on this. What's that? Was that been 3 years ago?
Oh, it's been like, I think it was pre-COVID. It's like 6 or 7 years ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was pre-COVID?
Yeah.
So we've let Bob sit on this?
Yeah, Bob's had almost a decade to but I don't even think Bob remembers it. He's like, that's Tuesday for Bob.
Man.
Was it even close? Was it even close?
I think it was like close. 4 or 5 strokes.
We're coming for you, Bob. Scotty's in great shape, and he's taking swing lessons, and I am getting back into golf, and Lloyd, he's fresh off his shoulder surgery, and he got rid of his kidney stones and his drinking problem, and we are going to be ready.
Okay, you're going too far.
He hasn't taken a dip since 8 a.m. this morning.
And we're not talking about a pool, Bob. We're not talking about a pool.
Maybe is that somewhere in Denmark?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna do it, Bob. How are things going? How are we looking on this U.S. Open?
Oh man, it's going to be tough. It's going to be really, really tough. We're going to see car wrecks all over the place.
Wow.
I mean, the course is not playing overly long. Okay, for U.S. Open standards, I mean, at Torrey Pines it was over 7,800 yards. This is going to be 7,300. And it's only playing about 150 yards longer than it did the last time they played here in 2016. So they haven't stretched it out crazy or anything like that. But where they're going to have trouble is if they don't hit the fairway. If they hit it in the rough started out the beginning of the week at 5 inches, and it's going to be 6 or 6.5 by the end of the week. It's really dense and it's really thick. A ball that goes into the rough. If you can find it. Looks like it's in a nest, and where you might get a good lie and be able to advance, but for the most part, it's just wedge out into the fairway and figure out how you're going to try to make a phenomenal par or a bogey and not make a double bogey. And then the greens are smoking fast right now. We were watching guys on the putting green up by the clubhouse. The putting green at the clubhouse is on the back of the ninth green. So the ninth green goes up, and then it kind of dips down a little bit, and then the putting green connects right to it. It's pretty cool looking. But guys were putting, and if they had a 3 or 4 foot putt going kind of downhill, they could knock it by anywhere from 5 to 25 or 30 feet, depending on if the pace was too much or whatever. I mean, this is going to be really, really interesting. But, of course, you have the best players in the world that know how to get the ball in the fairway and know how to score around a golf course like this. And we're going to see some good play, no doubt about it. But we're going to see a lot of, like I said, train wrecks or car wrecks or whatever.
Well, I was listening to some interviews. Rory said that he played a practice round on Monday. Said that he shot a 7 on the par 4 number 2, I think. And then Adam Scott said on his practice round on Monday he hit every fairway in he said he hit every fairway on the front 9 and still shot 3 over.
Yeah.
So
that's correct.
Yeah, that's not great, Bob.
No. It's going to be extremely tough. Now, the thing that is going for the players is that it's been the wettest May leading into June ever in the history of the U.S. Open.
Wow.
So the fairways will be very receptive. The balls won't get away from them and run, which doesn't make the USGA happy. They like the fairways to run, so that when you hit something in the fairway, it has a chance to take off and catch the slope or whatever in the fairway and run off the fairway into the first cut or even into the deep rough. So it's the fairways are going to be receptive, and then it's a matter of being able to hit the greens, and then a matter of being able to two-putt the greens. Every bit of a player's game is going to be tested this week, and the guy that wins is going to be the guy that handles it all the best.
Bob Casper joining us, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone, as we get you ready for what should be a really entertaining. Now, from your perspective, as a guy who lives and breathes this game, and it's been part of your DNA for so long, do you like it when you see a course of this magnitude beat up a bunch of dudes, or do you rather see, guys kind of carve up a course a little bit, or does it really matter to you one way or another?
Well, you don't see this type of golf course very often. This is probably the toughest course in the world, according to many. And the members here, they love it. They love that the golf course is that difficult. There's one of the guys that we've had on our show before that's a member here. He's a +1, so he's a really, really good player. And he played 3 times week before last and didn't shoot better than 83. So he's a +1 and didn't shoot better than 83. Now, when Brian and I plugged our handicaps in for this golf course to see what our handicap would be from the back tees, where they're going to be playing the championship from, Brian's a +1. I'm a 0.6 or 7, something like that. So almost a 1. Brian's a 1, not a +1, a 1. It said that my handicap and Brian's handicap on this golf course would be a 9.
Wow.
That's how difficult this golf course is.
That's incredible.
Having said that, players were asked, okay, if you took a 10 handicap, what would he shoot here? Every player said he's not going to break 100. If you took an 18 handicap, what would he shoot here? Players are saying they're not going to break 140 to 150 if they finish, because they may lose all their golf balls in the rough.
I kind of love that.
It's fun to see something like this once a year, where the guys really have to grind and not only hit great shots, but it tests all their mental capabilities, and that's what the USGA tries to do.
What is the current expected percentage for fairways hit by a tour player right now?
Well, the top guys are hitting about 70%, 70 to 75%. The last, I think, 3 or 4 winners of this event have been somewhere around there, 70 to 72. So you're going to have to hit fairways.
Well, that's not Bryson, though, right? Bryson is not a fairway hitter.
Bryson is a bomber, so he's going to have to rein it back a little bit on some of the holes to keep the ball in the fairway. And he'll figure out a way to get it around this golf course, because he does hit his irons extremely long. He's got them bumped up and that kind of thing. But, he'll be able to take the lumber out and hit driver. Like on the first hole, I expect he'll hit driver on the first hole. It's a 480-yard par 4 with the whole second half of the hole straight downhill to the green. And Bryson could drive that green if he hits it in the fairway and gets it down there. I mean, Zach Blair yesterday in his practice round, putted on that hole from 122 yards. Putted it all the way down the fairway onto the green and about 5 feet from the hole.
That's Hans. That's Hans is the king of the Texas wedge.
Yeah.
That'd be your hole right there.
That'd be my hole, Bob. I'll pull that wedge. Anywhere I'm 15 to 20 feet off the green, we're going wedge.
And this guy's going from 120.
Yeah.
You're
That's
putting
crazy.
It. You're putting it.
I'm putting it.
So, yep. That's good. That's
Bob
good.
Casper.
That means you can't chip very well.
That's exactly what that means.
Let's not get caught.
We don't need to identify it or define it. Let's just leave it out there.
So, I mean, look, it's Scotty Scheffler's world, and we're all just paying rent right now. Does this course lean into him at all, or is this something
100%.
that he can continue? Okay, so it could be another Scotty weekend.
100%. Yeah, it could definitely. I mean, he's phenomenal off the tee, hits a lot of fairways. I think he ranks 13th on the PGA Tour right now, or 11th. His proximity to the hole and the amount of greens that he hits are phenomenal. And then around the greens, his short game, bunker shots, all that kind of thing, and his putting, he ranks 20 in the top 20s in putting on the PGA Tour this year. So everything around Scotty Scheffler's game, including the 6 inches between his ears, which is where he and Tiger Woods excel in their mental capabilities on a golf course, all geared towards Scotty Scheffler this week.
What are Rory McIlroy's chances?
Oh, Hans, the last two major championships, he's had a press conference and he was asked, what now? And he goes, I have no idea. I've accomplished everything in golf I want to. And then he was asked again this week, what's your 5-year plan? And he goes, to tell you the truth, I don't have one. He's to me, he is floundering right now because he's coming off such a big win at Augusta and what it meant to him. And it took him 11, 12, 13 years to do, to accomplish that. He's just kind of relishing in what he was able to do. And he it's kind of up in the air as to what he wants to do with the rest of his career.
I mean, I guess, it's easy for us to say, well, it's still golf, you're still competing. But once you hit that milestone, I got to imagine there's probably an element of like, all right, what do I want to do now? Do I want to keep going through the grind of all of this? And he's earned that right. But for those of us out there that may have taken him in the major pain in the butt, Lloyd.
Not me. Not Scotty.
No.
But somebody.
He's going to be just fine.
No, that's not where we're looking at here.
I think
but
you're
Roy
in trouble,
basically
Lloyd.
said, I don't care what happens. If I'm in the long stuff, I'll be in the long stuff. He doesn't care.
The interesting thing is he said also in his press conference this week, he said, the effort and everything that I put into my game to sharpen it and hone it from October all the way to April to get ready for the Masters was all I could do so that I had a chance to win the Masters in April. And I accomplished that. He goes, I guess I need to kind of get back to that and start working on my game and trying to get ready for other milestones or whatever in my career. It was kind of interesting to hear him come out and say that.
What do you think the cut line will be? Sorry if I missed you saying it.
Oh my! It could be 10 over par.
What?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It could very easily be 10 over par. Yep.
Ooh, what?
Winner's gonna be anywhere between 5 over par and 5 under par, somewhere around in there.
What are the odds what are the odds that the winner? I mean, if I said, Bob, you got to go in on this, the winner is going to be over par, yes or no?
I would say more likely yes than more likely no. Especially if it stays warm. If it stays warm, it's going to be stupid. It'll be higher than Hale Irwin's 7 over par when he won at Wingfoot. So that's just the way this golf course is. But they're expecting weather on the weekend. And if that happens, then it's going to make it easier for the players to play on the weekend.
Well, Bob, I know that you're kind of down in this neck of the woods. We're at a great barbecue place in Kenny J's here in the district in South Jordan. You need to come up and check as a barbecue aficionado. You need to come by and check out this place. It's incredible.
Give it a whirl.
You know what? I'm just going to throw this out. I had the best barbecue I've ever had in my life this last week in Austin, Texas, in a little town called Lockhart, where my daughter lives. It is the barbecue capital of the world.
Yeah.
And the place I ate was at Terry Black's Barbecue. Bar none. It's the best I've ever had.
Yeah, Terry Black's is
it's legendary.
Legendary for sure. You got Franklin's down there. You got Leroy and Lewis.
Just so you know, Bob, Kenny J's is a Texas style, so he's brought all the Texas blends out here to Draper, Utah.
He ships in his post-oak just so he can make sure to have the right wood.
Bob, this guy cashed in his 401k in order to open this place. This guy put everything he's got into his dream.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's
Bob,
cool.
we appreciate it, man. Looking forward to catching up with you later in the week. Should be a fun one.
Thanks, Bob.
You got it, guys. Take care.
There he is, the great Bob Casper, right here on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. We got a great little buzz going on here.
Yeah, it is. It's awesome.
Not Lloyd-wise, but
they just like the
overall vibe,
is buzzing, but not actually buzzing. If you're talking about inebriation,
be a lot cooler if you did.
It'd be much more of a party.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lloyd. Today's gotten out of hand a bit.
A possible +10 cut line.
Jeez, I know, right? 2 rounds of golf and your cut line is at +10.
With men that make millions golfing.
You guys like watching these guys get absolutely abused by a golf course.
I don't.
I don't really.
And I asked Bob that, and he's like, once a year, that's okay. And I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. But look, I don't like seeing guys at the highest level of their profession get embarrassed.
Okay, Lloyd, I'm going to ask you this question because Scotty is an up-and-coming golfer. He's working on his stroke. Okay, listen closely. If somebody said, with Oakmont and the way it currently is, ready for the U.S. Open, if somebody came to you and said, I will give you $1 million if you take this challenge. It's $1 million. If you hit 135 or under, you get $1 million. If you hit 136 or over, we're removing your 2 pinkies. So we're taking off both pinkies. So it's either $1 million for 135 and under, or you lose your pinkies.
It really is like the Mexican cartel, a little silver or lead going on here.
Would you take the bet?
I wouldn't. No, absolutely not.
135.
No, I would not shoot 135.
Absolutely not.
No way. And if I was Lloyd, maybe. Lloyd's got a good swing.
No.
If I was you, I definitely would.
I'm struggling to get it past the hundreds, like just on our courses here. No way am I doing that.
Okay, sandbagger.
Yeah, I know.
Sandbagger Lloyd. Okay.
Why would I lie to you?
The legend of Sandbagger Lloyd right there.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Okay. 145.
Give me 149, and I'm there.
$1 million, or you lose both your pinkies.
Or I lose both pinkies, yeah. I frankly, like what he said, I just use a pitching or like a putter and just keep it in the middle.
149.
What's 149 divided by 18?
Well, that's essentially giving you, if it's a par 4, it's giving you 4 strokes.
You got
par 3 giving you 3 strokes.
That's 8.2 strokes a hole. Could you average an 8?
Yes. I would take 149, and I would say put the $1 million on it. Because if I lose my pinkies, now my pinky is my primary.
Here's the real discussion. How important are the pinkies?
When that nail grows in and you use it as kind of like a scoop shovel.
Yes, and you got that hanger on that's on the back of the throat. And like if I can't get that with my pinky, that's going to suck. What else am I going to use my pinkies for?
That's a good point.
I don't play the guitar.
We're not talking thumbs.
Yeah.
That would be, I needed about 200 for the thumbs.
Talking pinkies.
All right.
The line would be, for me, based off what Bob just told us.
Okay.
The line for me would be 142. If you gave me 142, $1 million if you hit it or under, both pinkies if you miss it, I'm taking it.
What's an appendage that you wouldn't mind losing at all?
My ears, not the hearing ability, but the appendage.
I don't know.
part.
You were pretty nervous when they got frostbite.
Yeah, my lobes. I almost lost my lobes.
I know. All right. How important are your little toes for balance?
Very.
Okay, never mind then. All right, so your ears at 135.
I'd go my pinky toes before my ears, though, I think.
Okay. Yeah, because
My ears at 135. Okay.
Pinky toes are 135.
A pinky toe at 135, I'd go. One pinky toe.
No anesthesia.
So, what do they do? Like pulling a tooth?
Yeah,
they tie floss on it and pop it off?
No, it's like you're in Vegas and they caught you counting cards and they take you back and they got.
Oh, they tack hammer the toe off?
Yeah, they got machete.
So I either get my toe tack hammered off or win $1 million?
Yeah.
At what number?
135.
Oh, my gosh. What did Bob say? Bob said if your handicap was 10, you're not hitting 135? Is that what he said?
Yeah. Yep.
Come on, man. You're putting me in a real tough spot here.
I know.
I don't want to get my toe tack hammered off.
It's just one of the toes, too, not both of them.
But that's $1 million.
$1 million. Financial security.
Untaxed.
Yes, untaxed. Uncle Sam will never know about it.
I'd do it.
Let's go.
I would try it.
Can I caddy for you?
What did you say? So 149 was average 8.8?
8.2 strokes a hole.
So that would put me right around 7.5 strokes per hole.
Yeah, so let's see. 135 divided by 18. You got, 7.5.
Yeah. 7.5 strokes.
You get in that rough. Good luck. That's gonna.
No,
that's gonna
Lloyd.
take you
All I would do, I'd get my wedge, I'd get myself out of the rough, and I'd long iron myself. And is that playing from the tips?
You have to play the tips.
The pinks.
No, you're not at the reds.
I have to play from the.
Yeah, you have to from the blacks.
I'm going to do it.
All right.
I'm taking it.
All right, longer.
Who's tack hammering me?
Lloyd.
And who's giving me the million?
Yes.
Lloyd, would you just love that? Would you love to be able to abuse me with a tack hammer?
He verbally tack hammers us every day.
Who's the cat from the cooler? That's the guy that's tack hammering you.
Oh, wow.
William H. Macy?
Yes, William H. Macy is tack hammer. No, his buddy that runs the casino.
Oh, I can't remember.
It's one of the Baldwins.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, Stephen Baldwin's got a tack
hammering you. That's who's tack hammering you.
All right, Hans and Scotty, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
The wheel is loaded, and it's time to talk some sports. This is Sports Roulette with Hans and Scotty on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Hans Olsen, Scott Gerard, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone, live here at Kenny J's Barbecue. And big thanks to letting us be a part of their big day today. Grand opening. People are coming in here and enjoying some great food. So make sure to come down and check it out. Remember, tomorrow we'll be same neck of woods. We'll be at RGS Exteriors in West Jordan. So get to hang out with Tim and the crew.
Hey, and by the way, if you want to be a sponsor on the Hans and Scotty show, there is a very simple, easy way to do it.
Yes.
And by the way, it's non-invasive. All you got to do is just text Hans to a number
57500.
and that will put you in direct contact with the sales staff. And I'm just telling you, it's not pushy. It's just an opportunity. Like, you might even just want to know, like, what are the rates? What does it cost to have a remote like they're doing at Kenny J's, or what they're doing at RGS, or what does it cost just to have Scotty do a commercial for me and promote a new something that I've got going, a business that I've opened. I just mentioned it, that we had a bicycle shop owner in Tooele who texted in yesterday and said, hey, I just want to take a look at it. And that's all it is.
Yep. And if it works for you, we'd love to help you out. If not, we pat you on the back and say thanks for listening.
But it's easy as just texting Hans to
57500.
And that's spelled HANCE.
Stop it.
L.
Okay, we don't want anybody. Fine.
Hansel.
Hansel. The only one I knew that could get away with calling you Hansel was Christian Cox.
Yeah, he does. He still calls me Hansel.
Yeah. And I heard him say that, so I think I called you that like 2 months into the show, and you look at me like, no.
By the way,
we're not there yet.
You know what would make you the most uncomfortable is going back to Weezer with me, because everybody in Weezer calls me Hansi.
Hansi?
Everybody.
Really?
I'm Hansi in Weezer. And I let everybody get away with Hansi, and because that's
in
who
Weezer,
who I grew up with.
Yeah.
But that was my coaches called me Hansi. Then the play-by-play guy at the Weezer football and Hansi with a big sack. And
hey, what have we earned? We've been with you a long time. What have we earned?
My respect, my love and adoration.
Okay. I think his partnership.
Yeah.
Okay.
We get to be with him.
Thanks.
And by the way, the names that you call me, Lloyd,
Whoa.
I let you get away with murder.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But just text Hans,
H-A-N-S.
H-A-N-S.
57500, and we want to go to work for you.
And we'll love your product.
Oh, we will.
We will.
Absolutely.
We'll love it.
Yep.
I'm excited about this bicycle joint.
I am too. It's been a minute since I've been back out to the home country at Tooele. Looking forward to get back out there.
Oh, might be a staple.
Yeah.
Get you on an e-bike.
You know what?
Cruising the hills.
I'm all about the bikes these days.
Maybe you
and I need to get a tea time up at your old stomping grounds where you took Lloyd and I once.
Oh, yeah.
That was a great course up there.
That was Ochre Hills.
Ochre Hills.
We had a good time out there.
Yeah, it's a great course.
All right. That was always my confidence course. For some reason, I always golfed really well there. Then I'd go somewhere else, and then it would be a nightmare. All right, let's get to it. It's time for Sports Roulette. We take some of the big storylines, put it on a roulette wheel, we spin it, and wherever that little ball lands, what we end up talking about. So, Lloyd, fire that up.
Update.
So yesterday, Scotty, I talked to you about the story of DeMarcus Cousins.
Yes.
DeMarcus pulling off one of the more disgusting acts that you could do as a professional athlete playing in the Puerto Rican Professional Basketball League. Well, it is official. The Puerto Rican Basketball League has suspended him for the remainder of the season.
Oh, and I'm sure Boogie's is broken up about it.
Oh, I'm sure he's heartbroken. After he performed this disgusting act, he continued to kind of slap fight with this fan that was sitting courtside, and the Puerto Rican League is having none of it. He is done for the season. He is fined $4,250, and
$4,000.
It could climb to $10,000 if he can't make a case for the initial penalty. I'm not sure. That was the official wording on it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what that means. But if he can't make a case for the initial penalty, it'll go to $10,000. And he's not going to be able to make any case for what he did.
No. The video is such that it's pretty clear cut that he behaved pretty poorly. So, yeah, I don't think we're going to see him in that. How do you call it?
Puerto Rico. Professional League.
Yeah, I think his days might be behind him.
Good.
I don't know where you drop after that league, where you try to find employment.
That would be into a church gymnasium.
No, okay.
In the church league.
And
that's where these guys end up.
Can we keep getting more accented hands?
No,
please.
It all started with the green monster.
I want more of it. I'm serious.
I go to Boston
serious.
for 3 days and think that I'm the king of accents.
No ma.
I think that I'm Caliendo.
Yeah. All right. Let's spin it.
Just trashed USMNT.
You know, I don't know much about soccer. We're not dialed in on the soccer world, but when we get embarrassed by Switzerland, that doesn't seem like that's a good thing.
Frickin' Switzerland blanked us.
The Swiss misses just took us behind the woodshed.
They're really good at their sweet rolls, but they're not good on their soccer, are they?
Coco's not bad either.
But
the Coco's fantastic. But their soccer?
U.S. men's national team was down 4-0, 36 minutes into the first half.
which is about half of the game. And you're down 4-0.
Yeah.
Was it 4-0 or 5-0? 4-0?
Yeah, 4-0. I think, at that point, and then it just got worse, but it just, Okay,
so
not good.
Let me give you a couple of embarrassing facts of where our U.S. men's national team currently is in international play. They have lost 4 consecutive games. It's the first time that they've lost 4 consecutive games since 2007. They're now winless in 7 straight matches. And I know people are like, what do you mean? You didn't win 4, but you can lose a soccer match, but you can also go winless by pushing it.
Yes.
They're winless through 7. And the most embarrassing thing to come out of all of this, not only did they lose 0-4 to Switzerland, they did not put a single shot on goal in the entire allotted time.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
They went the entire match and did not put a single shot on goal. Now, they had 7 shots. None of the 7 were on goal, which is
not good.
Mind-boggling.
Here's the thing. The World Cup is coming up, next year?
Yes.
And it's at our place. Like, we're having a party at our house, and we may not have any role in this thing whatsoever.
We won't. We ain't touching it. And we fired our coach.
Yeah.
And we've made reform.
It sounds like you talking about the Raiders. Yeah.
We've done it all.
And we still suck.
And we ain't going to be a part of it.
Nope. Woo. All right, we'll wrap this thing up. Get you ready for JJ and Alex next. This is 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. The Broncos are an embarrassment. They're disgusting. They're awful to watch, and I want no part of them anymore.
To Hans Olsen and Scotty Chin. That's
right. Yeah!
On 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Hans and Scotty, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Hey, remember, it is your chance to nominate the Youth Sports Volunteer, for the Hercules Hero of the Week. Submit your nominations now, kslsports.com/contest, and then JJ and Alex will announce a winner every Thursday. It's all brought to you by Hercules, First Federal Credit Union, and Beehive Mills. What a show.
What a show.
A lot of great listeners coming by today. We can't thank them enough. And our thanks to them was they got to try some great barbecue.
Yeah. And the reviews have been unfreaking believable. Our listeners have loved it.
Good.
Kenny J, you killed it.
Thank you. You guys killed it.
No.
I didn't kill it.
No, our listeners, we have the best listeners.
I know.
And,
we really do.
This is the first time in a long time that we've had anybody show up to a remote, so we're really excited.
We had a guy from the South Jordan City that was to be here for the ribbon cutting, and he turned on the radio on his way here because he always listens to Hans and Scotty, and he's like, then he hears me. We're at Kenny J's. He goes, "Oh my gosh, they're there." Anyway, that's why he had to tell me, not congratulations for opening. It's like, hey, Hans and Scotty are with you guys.
No, we love being here, and I just want to send a shout out to our listeners because I've shook the hands of probably 25, 30 people today. Yeah. And it is awesome to see our listeners, who are great parts of the community, come in and try Kenny J's and just some self-indulgence. When we were sitting down, the three of us yesterday, and eating some great barbecue, you said my vision is a place where people can come, be community, that they enjoy the barbecue, but they enjoy a warm hug or a big smile, and you get some time together across the table, and you bump your elbows with your neighbor, and you get to know each other and just enjoy great food. You've set up an environment. This is not identified as a hole in the wall. You always get, the hole in the wall barbecue joint. Yeah. No. This is beautiful tables, great ambience, great air conditioning. You're not stepping in like, well, we can't give you air conditioning, but we can give you great barbecue.
Shoo away those flies, and you'll like it. Yeah.
This is beautiful, great environment, smokers on the outside, all custom made. I want people to come and experience the Kenny J way, because this is a very special way of barbecue.
Yeah. No, we appreciate that, and we've my wife Mary, Mrs. Kenny, or name badge, whatever, she's had the I had the vision of the food and cooking it, and she was to take over the vision of how people were going to feel when they come in and just the inside of the restaurant. I had nothing to do with it.
What's it like, and I said this to you yesterday, it's got to feel a little bit like when you're a musician and you write a song and you're playing it live and you see people singing along with the lyrics that you wrote. Mm-hmm. What's it like when you have a plan, a dream, you put it into a plan, you execute it, and you see people raving about the brisket or the ribs or things that you put pen to paper and said, these are the recipes? That's got to be an incredible vibe for you.
It's very humbling to me because sometimes I just don't believe people when they say it, like, oh, they're just being nice kind of thing, right? You know, but we know it's good, and when everybody's telling you that, it just makes me very grateful, humble. That's just what we want to be.
Well, we're grateful for you, and I also want to pull back the curtains a little bit. When we were sitting here with Kenny J and we were eating a barbecue, Kenny said, I'm going with Hans and Scotty because I trust your listeners.
Yep.
And I thought that was a really cool thing for you to say.
Yeah.
You know that we've got some of the best listeners, and we've got incredible people that will endorse, and they will come back again. Mark Durant, who is the voice of BYU basketball, he's already sent out a tweet and retweeted Scotty's video with you and Scotty, and he said, incredible. That's the type of endorsement. Thank you for believing in our listeners.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And thanks for believing in our show.
Yeah.
And I hope that we can represent you the right way. And look, it's easy. When you do have the best barbecue, it's easy for us to sit here and just say it's the best barbecue. I want people to come in and experience it for themselves. It's all perfectly cooked. It's original blends. It's original sauces. It's all Texas-based, so you're going to get that Texas smoke, and you're going to get that Texas originality, but it's all right here in Draper, Utah. So please come in and experience it.
Yeah. Come on down here. It's in the district. Hans and Scotty, Kenny J's, the best barbecue in Utah. I feel pretty comfortable saying that because, look, we've had all the barbecue. This is the best, folks.
Yeah, it is. It's great.
You need to get down here. Kenny J's in the district, South Jordan, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.